Okay, so we're back at Cora's. Why are we back at Cora's? Because I can't stop thinking about their pancakes. I haven't been to every pancake place in the city, but when I was here the last time and I had one pancake and that unbelievable waffle, it was a s'mores waffle. It was so unbelievably fabulous. The worst part about stuff like this is it can be really addictive, and this particular Cora's location is super close to my house, so it's a bit of a problem for me, apparently. Anyway, I'm sticky already. So I'm starting with, this is a Canadian maple latte. So it's basically espresso, milk, maple syrup, and whipped cream. There's nothing healthy or low calorie about these videos or what I'm eating. Again, I try not to eat like this away from the videos that I've started to do because I don't think it's really healthy. Anyway, so the pancakes aren't huge. Remember, Stacked? Their pancakes literally took up 85% of this plate. They were that big. I think they were, no, honest to God, and I'm not lying. I think the 3 pancakes were like this. Go back and watch the video for Stacked in Winnipeg on Keniston Boulevard. The presentation at Stacked was so beautiful. The pancakes, I did a little pancake research. So I'm like, how come their pancakes are super, super fluffy and these are so dense that, you know, they're going to stick to your ribs for the rest of your life? Except for I kind of like the dense pancakes. Hang on a second. I have to have a sip of this. Cheers. Should I take the straw out? No. My mom always used said you're going to poke your eye out. Well, I haven't poked. Do you know how old I am? I haven't poked my eye out yet. There's a first for everything. So, I don't drink a lot of coffee. Actually, I don't really drink coffee that much at all. Like, at all. But, so I said to her, I said, give me 1/2 of one single shot of espresso. So, half the espresso. Because I'm wired so tightly anyway, and although I could use the sleep. So, anyway, yeah, I know, a little manic this morning, eh? I think it's because I haven't had sleep. I'm really, really tired. I think I had 5 hours sleep. So, these are blueberry pancakes. There's 3 of them. Again, they're not huge, and they're like $17.95 or something. Now, I don't know. I always ask for extra, right? You're getting used to that. So I said, give me a little extra of that cream that they put on here because there's not enough calories. We want to add more calories because why not, right? If you're having pancakes, it's like, why have pancakes and a Diet Coke or a Big Mac and a Diet Coke? Like, you're already killing yourself on the calories, right? Anyway, I don't even know what this cream is, but it's like clotted cream, English cream, whatever it is, I'm sure it's good. It's going to be good. Okay, so when I ask for extra, I try and use it all because otherwise I feel very, very guilty. I have to use syrup. Now, normally I use like a lot of butter on my pancakes, but I'm not going to use butter on my pancakes because there's just a whole bunch of other business going on here. Okay, a little bit of syrup. You know, on their menu, I didn't ask. It's like, if you want Canadian maple syrup, it's like $1.95 or $1.75 or something. So I'm like, well, but they bring you syrup. And they're not charging for the syrup. So I have a feeling, I didn't ask, but maybe I'll ask on my next visit, that there's a difference between Canadian maple syrup, which is probably pure 100% maple syrup, and whatever's in there, which is probably like 2% maple syrup and diluted with corn syrup and fructose and all sorts of other garbage. But anyway, whatever it is, Canadian maple syrup is very expensive. You know, they got to harvest it from the trees and everything like that. That's a lot of work. And I think it's like a certain time of the year, and I'm no expert. Anyway, I was telling you another story, and I totally can't remember what it was, and it was important, but I can't remember. So let's try this. I'm very warm. It's cold out. It's, we're at Cora's. We're at the Dakota location, again, which is across from St.Vital Shopping Center. I have business in the area today, so plus I live in the area. So before my next appointment, which is in... Smartwatches aren't so smart. I don't even know how to work my smartwatch. Like in 45 minutes, I figured I would sneak in a little breakfast here and say hi to y'all this morning. How you doing? It's good. It's good. It's not too sweet. You know what's interesting? I gotta say something. This is very interesting. I'm gonna ask her, although you're not gonna hear the answer to this question, because I'm gonna ask her when I pay. I'm not joking, but these pancakes taste different than that single pancake that I had the last time. They're not as dense. They're still not fluffy. And they're not as flavorful. Wait a minute, that's very weird. I like consistency. I don't know, is that a consistency problem? The cook? When I did my research about pancakes, that's what I was going to tell you. Some are fluffy and some are dense, and it has to do with, I'm going to butcher this, it has to do with a lot of factors. It has to do with how much you whip it up and the total preparation and how much liquid goes into it. I think they said the less whipping it up and the less liquid, the more dense your pancake is going to be. So if you're whipping it up a lot and you're adding more liquid, then it's going to be a much fluffier pancake, which I always thought people wanted fluffy pancakes, but I guess to each his own, depends on what you want. But I'm a little bit, this is interesting, that the consistency between visits makes for a different tasting pancake. I'm being quite serious here. Okay, this is what I'm going to say. The first time I was here, the pancake that I had brought me back today. It was so unbelievably good. This is just a fine pancake. This is not as good. Now, the pancake that I had the last time was just one single pancake with butter and syrup, and that was it. I don't think it matters that I've added this extra stuff because I can taste the pancake. Here, let's do something. Let's cut a piece out. A little bit of syrup. A little bit of butter. This is a test. This is a test. How are you guys this morning? I wish you were here with me. This eating alone stuff is for the birds. Birds don't eat alone. Well, I guess they do if they're encaged. Okay, let's just do this. Pancake, butter, and a little bit of syrup with none of the fancy stuff. I don't know what to tell you. It's different. This is like eating at two different restaurants. That's just about the weirdest thing in the entire world. I think it has everything to do with the cook. The cook and the preparation of the pancake in the morning. The pancake batter is what I meant to say. Anyway. Sorry, almost got out of frame out there. Almost got out of frame over there. This is very good. Canadian maple latte. Coffee is so expensive. This is like $6. What happened to the I don't know, $6 breakfast or the $10 breakfast? This is like I'm telling you, with tax and tips, this is a $30 breakfast. How is that even possible? How can people afford that? I'm telling you, and how can people afford that? I couldn't afford to eat out all the time. I'd like to be able to afford to eat all the time. Anyway, let's wrap this up. I'm actually really glad that I came back. I was not going to post this video anytime soon, but I think I might. I might kind of follow this up in a couple of weeks because My first review was wow, and this one is maybe not so wow. Anyway, have a great day.